Hi guys, welcome to Mark Shettle Fitness, a beginner's guide to running. Over the years I've run over 12 marathons, over 50 half marathons, God knows how many 10Ks and 5Ks I've run, and numerous other distances as well. So I'm in a fairly good position to impart my knowledge on how to begin. I've also had big gaps between my running for various reasons, so I've had to start again too. So why do we run? We run for basically three reasons. We run for our health, both physical and mental health. It's really good for mental health, as you probably gather by now. And we run because we've set ourselves a goal, or we're running for a charity, or we're running with some friends. So that's another reason we get up and run. And then finally, we run because it's new. We could be doing another sport, swimming, rugby, or something else, and we decide that let's get out and have a run. So what is running? In its purest form, running is walking fast, or walking is running slowly. So it's basically moving a bit quicker than you normally would when you're walking, and everybody can do it, or everybody should be able to do it. So how do you get started? Now the first thing you do, you need to figure out three things. You need to figure out a route, you need to figure out a distance, and you need to figure out when you can run. Those are the three things you need to start with. So with regards to a route, I'd walk around a few places, find somewhere safe if you can that's off-road, brilliant. Near water is always good, it's quite relaxing. Go perhaps have a little walk around it first, take your phone, because you can then do the Google Maps just to see how far it is, etc. Or you can even do that online as well if you want have a little route around and see where you can run. There might be routes that you're aware of or friends have told you about, and have a little look before you go down there, so you can do that too. And once you've done that, try and figure out how far you want to go. I wouldn't go very far if it's your first time you've ever run. I started off doing a kilometre when I was running again after a gap of 10 years. So a kilometre is nothing. You could walk that and you've done it in 5-10 minutes. So that's how I started, and I ran and walked it. So don't ever be afraid to walk as well. We'll talk about that later on. But yeah, figure out a distance, but start slow and build up. Don't let somebody browbeat you into doing a distance you don't really want to do, because it will demotivate you. Start at about a kilometre, I would, and then build yourself up to 2, 3, 4, 5, etc, etc. If you want to see what that is in old money, just Google it, i.e. miles. So there you go, really. With regards to why do we run, health, goals, it's new, how do we start, route, when, and timing. And then finally what we need is clothing. All sorts of things on running clothing, tops, shorts, there's hats, there's glasses, socks, there's sweatbands, there's all sorts of things you can wear. You can Google these yourself, so you can figure out what you need and what you want, but don't go too mad. The one thing you do need to invest on is shoes. Running shoes. Everything you wear, this is the most important thing you will wear. It's like tyres on a car. You can't run a car without tyres on it, and you can't run without running shoes. You'll be standing there thinking, yes I can run in my pumps. No you can't, you'll end up hurting yourself. I know people that have run in pumps and shoes they shouldn't have been wearing, and they've damaged themselves for lives. They've ended up having tendon problems, ankle problems, whatever. So run in the right footwear. Go into a running shop, they will check your gait, i.e. your stride pattern, and they will also check when your foot hits the floor as well, because we're all different, and it makes a difference to what pair of shoes you can buy. So once they've figured that out for you, they will then advise you on a number of pairs. Buy the most expensive that you can, or the ones that you feel most comfortable in, or both, because you get what you pay for, and running's no different. And if you can afford to buy a decent pair of shoes, buy a decent pair of shoes. How long do they last? I change mine every year, or I add to them every year. I've always got 2 or 3 pairs on the go, but then again I'm running every day virtually. So just try and invest in the most expensive pair you can, but be sensible. Get running shoes. Don't run in a pair of pumps or a pair of old sports shoes or cross trainers or something like that. They won't work. You need running shoes, okay? So, beginner's guide to running. Why run? We run for our health, for goals, and it's new. How do we start? We start with a route. We try and figure out how far we want to go, and then we figure out when we can run. And then finally, clothing. Running shoes, running shoes, running shoes, running shoes. Yes, running shoes. Invest in a pair. Right, look forward to seeing you on the next video when we actually talk about running and how to stay motivated.